It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tales like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle, clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low key, but we turn it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wet, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. We're the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tales like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle, clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low key, but we turn it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wet, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. We're the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tales like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle, clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low key, but we turn it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wet, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. We're the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tales like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle, clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low key, but we turn it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wet, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll
We back
here, chat.
We back for another Tubular Tuesday.
We on it.
It's your boys. It's the Jabber Josh Juggernaut Jester Josh. Hello.
Hello.
And this is Sam from the side of his south mouth Sam.
Yeah.
He's farting up a storm.
What?
What?
Did I fart?
No.
I was about to say. Dude,
I just made it
if
up.
I did, I didn't know this.
No,
That's
I
crazy.
made
Dude,
it
I
up.
need
I
to
made
get
it
checked.
up. I made it up.
I was about to be scheduling a doctor's appointment and shit. That scared me.
You
Cuz.
sip something into the sogginess, Sam.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, chat, right before we went live, we were talking about a story. We were talking about a thing in the comedy scene where Ari Shaffir was drugging friends. And it reminded me of a time. Now, this is how poorly my friends are at pranks. Okay? So I'm working at Sabaros. My friend Chad from Pennsylvania.
Chad from Pennsylvania. Everybody knows. Everybody knows Chad from Pennsylvania.
Everybody knows.
My ex-wife stalked Chad from Pennsylvania.
Facts. Facts. And so there was these two other girls that worked there, half white, half Puerto Rican. Hot. Okay? And, Chad was trying to be cool. Smash. You know what I mean?
And trying to get you on board.
No. He was using me as an expense.
Oh, okay.
I was
Fodder.
I was part of the plan,
Fodder.
but not where I was involved.
Yeah, you wasn't benefiting, cuz.
Okay, so
First time chatter.
I knew a Chad from Pennsylvania.
Hell yeah,
If
everybody knows Chad from Pennsylvania.
If you're a female and you ever was on Plenty of Fish or Tinder between the years of 2009 and 2014, you know Chad
from Pennsylvania.
You know about his appendages even. It's what it is. Okay? But so
man's got rapport.
It's 12,000 picture messages exchanged in 1 month. That's a real stat. That's a real stat.
Ballin'.
I almost forget because I want to say 1,200 because in my brain that's crazy because I've said exactly 0 this month or this year.
My man had a 1 million Snapchat score in a year, cuz.
Bro, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. But,
as soon as they introduced score, my man was fucked.
He was 6'3", athlete, could throw a 97-mile-an-hour fastball till he tore his shoulder out. Had what's known as the cool Jufro.
The cool Jufro.
You know what I mean? So it's half afro, but like it's...
So he was rocking like the Seth Rogen.
But way cooler.
Like the early 2000s.
No, Seth Rogen is too fat.
I'm talking about the haircut.
Yeah, but like something about Seth Rogen's isn't cool. My friend Chad was cool.
Okay, but it's basically the same haircut on Chad. Yeah, I get what you're saying, cuz.
But think more like imagine a surfer dude with long Seth Rogen hair.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Okay?
It's a wrap. These hoes are easy.
Yeah. Okay? So just 6'3", pecs, you know what I mean? Could throw 98 mile an hour.
It sounds like you admired him at this point, dude.
Well, I mean, I could just never stop hearing these hoes talk about him. I was treated like the gay best friend, even though I was a fiend. I was a fiend little mouse. You know what I mean? Okay? But we worked together. We worked together at many jobs, and at almost every job, girls would be like, there's something about Chad. Oh, is there? Like, don't you say? But anyway, back to me. Okay? So I'm working. I'm closing. He gets done at 9. We close at 10. So he's like, I was going to his house for the weekend because we was going to party. Yeah. So he's like, I'll just wait over here for you. And he's over there with the Puerto Rican girls. Okay?
The Ricos.
Then all of a sudden, randomly, now looking back at it, I should have known. But I was skeptical enough not to put my foot in my mouth. A random girl texted me, okay, from a number I didn't know, and goes, hey, are you the guy I got your number from so-and-so? And I was like, well, that's weird. That makes no sense. Nobody wants my number. And she goes, send me a picture of you. And I just randomly sent, like, me at work. You know what I mean? And they were like, no, more. And I was like, no, what the fuck? I don't even know you. And then they sent me just what I'm assuming is just some Googled amateur nude chick with her shirt off.
Okay.
Right? Sent it to me and was like, this is me, now you. And I was like, absolutely not.
He said, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I just stopped texting it. I was like, this is some sort of scam. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Chad comes over every 5 minutes or so and goes, how you doing, buddy? You okay? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, I'm just making sure you're good. How's the clothes coming? I'm like, good. He's like, all right. Then he goes, and then he sits down. He does this like 4 or 5 times.
He's up to something.
Yeah, so now I'm like, what's going on? So he comes into the back. He's like, I'm going to help you close. And then the 2 Puerto Rican girls and the one girl's boyfriend walks up, and they're all just standing there, like, looking over the counter at me. And I'm like, what's going on? And then Chad comes around the corner and goes, what do you got going on? And starts lifting up my apron. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, do you have a boner? And I'm like, no. He's like, what do you... I was like, why would I have a boner? He's like, because I put 2 Rhino 500s in your drink. And I lifted up my cup, and I'm like, the one that I haven't drank at all? I'm definitely not drinking it now, dickhead.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for that up, dude.
Yeah. And then the 2 Puerto Rican girls are just...
So I'm pretty sure a joke led to one of my old apprentices having a slight heart attack.
Thank you, Tunnel. Thank you, Tunnel. Are you Canadian? We need to get back to asking the new people where they're from. Are we still on a foreign excursion? Or are we back in the USA?
How's that funny? That is just a crime.
How's it?
Crime, but
What,
it's funny.
drugging me?
Yeah.
Well, since I didn't drink it, it's funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
dude, I would have literally stabbed Chad in the neck if I would have had a boner and these 2 hot Puerto Rican girls were like, oh, look at him. You know, like, that would have been devastating, and I would have had to fight somebody. Somebody's getting punched.
Somebody's going in the fryer, dude.
Yeah. Like, cause, like, even if it was fucking, yeah, I mean, smoked up and they were impressed, right? It's still embarrassing to be like, oh, I got hard from a picture. You know, I'm standing around pizza. I'm hard.
What country are you currently in?
Yeah. So we had a run where like 20 straight followers were from non-United States countries. We had fucking Albania, Estonia. What was the Cayman Islands? She was looking to offload some credits.
That's all that was.
Yeah.
She was hoping we get a timeshare or some shit.
Yeah, she was.
Didn't realize we're broke.
Yeah, she saw the
Most
studio and
Americans
was like,
are broke.
maybe they have money. And then we started talking, and they were like, oh, definitely no money.
Yeah. Oh, Canada. So we're still okay.
I got it right. I
Yeah.
literally said
Let's
Canada.
go.
Canada.
Let's go, bro. We
We
know a wrestler from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Where is our boy?
I believe he's dead.
He's been here. He was here last week. He'll be here this week. He'll just be doing things, cuz. He is trying to go pro, cuz.
He's probably in the gym, being productive with his body or something.
Being a productive member of society, as we are
yeah.
not.
He's fucking lathering himself up in maple syrup before he goes out there and wrestles.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Jared Bandy, good band.
Dude, but anyway, so that's the only time I've ever possibly been drugged.
I feel you.
Good thing those rhino pills don't work on a sip.
We'll definitely allow that.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Like WWE stuff.
Yeah, dude.
What are you, some sort of fucking... I'm a lumberjack that also chops off moose heads with my bare hatchet.
You some sort of hater, dude?
What are you, some... Well, either you're a female and you think wrestling's fake and gay, and you're just like, ew, gay boy, or you're a dude and you're like, do a fucking bunch of shirtless guys just hugging.
That, or you grew up in a family that was super serious about wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Olympic wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, you goddamn fucking Olympics is in a year and a half, and you're
That's real
wrestling, boys. If you can't hit them with a fireman's carry, you ain't even real.
Do some fucking Greco-Roman for once in your life.
Yeah, not to be confused with the insurance Gecko-Roman.
What? Gecko-Roman?
Yeah, it's when the Gecko wrestles all the other mascots.
Oh, yeah, dude. All right, I'm with it. We can say that.
I do MMA.
See, that was my
yeah.
next guess, and then I was like, if that's the guess, though, I don't want to talk shit, because then they could probably kick my ass.
No, you can kick my ass, but I'm still gonna talk shit. I ain't see you in the UFC. I ain't see no TF tunnel at UFC 250. Where you at, boy? Where you at? You just in the mats getting battered by real good ones. Huh? Ain't no champion out here.
Dude, that one dude. I'm 6'4". I'm an MMA.
Okay.
That was so lit.
So we took a trip to Florida, right? And we went out for my friend's honeymoon, like bachelor party.
I was
right?
on probation, so I had to be good.
Okay, and we're at this bar, and like, I'm like trying to stay sober enough to conduct the mission, right? So I'm relatively sober. Fuck Greg! It's Craig, you dumbass. His name was
Fucking
Craig,
dude.
okay? But it was his wedding. The moderator.
Yeah, Jared.
So we're in the corner of this bar playing pool and playing darts. We have it cornered on lock. There's like 5 of us. And then this 6'4" guy comes over and starts just being loud as shit for no reason. Just
obnoxious.
And then
I already don't like that vibe, bro.
At one point somebody goes, "Hey, why don't you just chill, keep it down a little bit?" And he goes, "What are they gonna do to me? What are they gonna do to me? I'm 6'6", and I'm a former UFC fighter. Ain't nobody in here gonna tell me shit." And I just looked at him and I was like, "No, you ain't. No, you are not. No, you are not. I've watched UFC. They don't let people like you in there.
Yeah.
You ain't got what it takes.
You built like Peter Griffin.
Yeah. And the moment I said, this dude had all the momentum in the world, just fucking, I'm him. I'm going to tell these people from a different state I'm a UFC fighter and I own this bar. And then I'm just like, no, you're not. And just calm as hell, no, you're not. Now get out of my way. And this guy just...
you proceeded to just shoot pool.
Yeah, and then this guy just breaks down, ends up getting in trouble with the bartender. My friend Jim has to go over and put his finger in his chest like a little kid and be like, "You don't talk to her like that."
Jim was awful for one, dude. Jim was already like half a bottle of Patron deep at that point.
Well, Jim was going through some shit.
I know, but
yeah, but
still.
aren't we all?
Yes,
Aren't we all? But Jim was the one who was like, "I'll show Craig what a real fight is." Yeah, what's up, doggy? We're talking. My friend Jim, I've seen him swing.
Yeah.
And it's no joke.
I started taking shots and it was over.
Yeah, well...
I'm not going to speak on things that I did.
Well, the fun part was the car ride back.
The car ride back was the best.
Hi, Emily. This is Josh.
Yeah. Nah, dude. Nah.
Dude, Jared was losing it.
There was like a climax. There was like, the fucking build up, which was where you fucking were like, I knew he was fucking Indian. All right, that was the build up. That was the icebreaker. That was like, we're about to have a fucking excellent night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Because there's something about Mad Josh that gets everybody laughing. It pisses me off even more, dude. It's not my fault when I'm mad. I come up with the funniest shit.
Well, dude, like. We were all here, okay? Then it was like, we formed the idea. We started going up on it, right?
Yeah.
All right? We order the Uber. The Uber shows up and it's not the right size Uber. We go down, all right?
Yeah.
Fucking, we figure out the Uber situation and then
I get told,
back up, all
and
right?
then I get told, "Hey, be chill. It's the same guy." Well, first of all, motherfucker, I didn't slam no door.
No. I know exactly what triggered you because I was the one that did it, all right? Fucking, Luke explained to you that it was the same guy, right? And I go, yeah, Josh, don't be slamming any doors.
No, but I was already pissed about the fact he said it. It was stewing. The fact that you brought it up just like uncorked me. Because I was sitting there the whole time. Because I had a few shots. I pregame hard early and then let it wear off and then coordinate at the end. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm peak drunkenness. And this guy's going to be like, "You don't have to slam my door." Hey, fucker.
I didn't slam your fucking door, man.
If you want to see me, what up, Fungal?
I told you he'd be here. This is the wrestling guy.
Right as tunnel left. Yeah. I think it's the same guy.
It is the same guy.
The Fungal is tunnel, tunnel is Fungal. Finkel is Einhorn, Einhorn is Finkel.
Fungals lean to fucking tunnels, dude.
The fungal tunnels? Oh, dude, a bitch with bacteria?
Yeah.
A fungus ass bitch?
Vaginosis and shit, dude.
And they still find a way to blame us. Oh, it was a dirty dick. Well, that's your decision making then, bitch. You let a dirty dick fuck you.
I watch that shit all the time, bro.
I don't know. They just make stuff up.
Well, I guess some dudes don't be watching any shit either.
Bet.
That'd be foul. Like, wash your dick, guys. Man.
Remember Waterboy? What his mama said about his feet go for dicks. Dick's supposed to be stinky.
Jared says, I'm Dirty Dan. You don't be washing your dick, Jared? That's crazy, dude. Gotta wash your dick.
Jerry goes, what I like to do is I like to just put a baby wipe on the inside of my boxers, and as I walk, it cleans itself.
That's foul. That's foul, dude.
Like, I like the way it protects me from ripping the zipper with the head.
Dude, you know what's fucked up?
And I smell like a lemon set.
Dude, Jared has had some awkward moments in party chat. Like, and one of them just popped in my fucking head, alright?
That's true, Jerry. If she would suck it clean, it wouldn't be a dirty dick.
But Jared has had some awkward moments in party chat, dude. I remember me and you were talking about something.
We don't need to do this.
No, it was something to do with Fortnite, dude. And he just pops in at random and goes, yeah, I'm uncircumcised or some shit like that. I was like, it threw me off, dude. And now that information's stuck ingrained in my head.
Fact that he's not circumcised?
No, the fact that he just jumped in and said that, because me and you were talking about something about Fortnite, and it had nothing to do with that at all, and he just pops in and said that.
you know how their family lineage works in the brain, dude. Fucking Caesar salad.
Shit.
Literally, nobody's ever had a bigger lag than that.
That was so crazy, dude. It was
We
like
were on
12
we were on a
minutes,
third different conversation.
Yeah. I don't think we were having any conversation related to that at all.
No, we made a joke about it. Then we had a conversation. That conversation naturally ended. We started another conversation, and then out of the fucking peanut gallery, Caesar salad.
Oh no, I was talking about the Jared situation.
Oh, yeah, they're both similar. Sam's just jealous that Jared's parents didn't sell him out to the Jews at birth.
Well, I'm sorry, my parents were fucking poor, dude. They had no choice.
I, for one, think what Israel's doing is noble and heroic. And quite frankly,
I think they did it because they were jealous.
Well, here's my thing.
If I had the whole thing that I was born with, I'm sure there was more there.
Here's my thing. If I support the Jews in their whole, it was written in stone all those years ago,
Yeah.
so that makes it okay.
Yeah.
I was promised by my forefathers
About what?
the American dream. Where the fuck is my house?
It was written down on a piece of paper, not a stone tablet.
But parchment's way cooler than stone.
Got another gummy last night, Josh.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Hell yeah. But my forefathers wrote on very cool parchment paper. Have you seen National Treasure? You put lemon juice on it and put it in the oven for a little bit, because that's not going to ruin anything. And there's a secret code on the back that says, and I quote, you get a good house and a good livable wage and all this bullshit. But no, what do I get? Corrupt congressmen and women. They let women in Congress now. Could you imagine telling George Washington, hey, yo, George, you goofy-ass bitch, can run for Congress?
Good, bro.
Come on. What up, Sparky? All I'm saying
Didn't
is...
we have questions or something for him?
Huh?
Didn't we have questions or something for him?
There's so many questions to ask this guy.
And we'll never get answers. Never mind.
Yeah, ask him anything. He's just going to go, I don't know, can't talk about that legally.
Dude thinks everybody's an informant.
I looked it up. My dad was born 8 months after JFK was killed. I said, do you think you were a preemie baby and that you were conceived on the night and maybe you're the reincarnation of JFK? You know what he said? Never thought about it.
It's an answer.
I said, well, do you want to think about it? Do you think you have the JFK gene in you and he doesn't play
I
along?
was promised the Canadian dream. Where is me moose?
Where is me moose?
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yes.
Yes.
As all things should be.
You can
balanced.
take Neil. The fuck does that mean? Whatever you want it to mean, big dog. He's your moose now.
Yeah, he's your knuckleberry.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Nigerian? Whoa!
Whoa, my Nigerian. Calm down. Jared, you can't just be popping off in chat like that, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Just name another country that's not even in the World Cup.
Yeah.
The blackest of people, the lowest of skill in soccer.
Speaking of the World Cup, one of my favorite things has been like.
Are we allowed to say that?
What?
that black people are, that Nigerian people are peak athleticism but suck at soccer? I mean, it's the motherland. It's where all genetics come from, so they claim, or whatever the fuck.
I don't know. But listen, hear me out here. One of my favorite things that I've been seeing on TikTok recently.
Uh-huh.
Europeans and all these other fucking people from different countries trying American shit for the first time, and they're all like, "This is amazing! We don't have this over here." Then they're all complaining like, "Wow, it's so hot outside. Like, you guys have a way different kind of heat than what we got and shit." Fucking, yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Nigeria Asian? What the fuck?
Asian.
That's Tiger Woods.
You know Tiger Woods?
Nigeria Asian.
He knows Tiger Woods, dude. That's lit.
Bro, you know Tiger Woods? You know, I heard a joke, and I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true, but
What might be false about it?
just because it doesn't make sense logically, but it's a good joke.
Okay.
So it makes more sense as a joke than it does real life, but I didn't investigate. That's what that means. The Tiger Woods is called Tiger because his dad wanted to name him the two halves he was, Taiwanese and black.
Wait. Holy fuck. Holy shit, that hit me like a fucking train. A little late.
It's a good joke. It's
Like,
a good
I
joke.
processed it at first. I was like, okay.
He's Taiwanese.
And then like I was like, wait, hold up. Like I thought about the words he'd have to put together, and that's where it hit me.
He's Taiwanese and black, and that's why his name's Tiger.
Whenever you edit this later, you're gonna see the whole facial like fucking like realization on camera, and you're probably gonna want to capture that. That was lit.
In chat, that's not my original joke, and I can't confirm it to be historically accurate, but it does tickle my insides. Just like Tiger did with all those sluts he was bagging, tickling their insides, dude.
Bet their mom is the Asian, couldn't make it work the other way. Even one grain of rice makes a difference, Jared.
Nah, yeah, you're wrong, dude. You're wrong. You know how One Punch Man punches a planet and it breaks in half? That's what happens when a black guy fucks an Asian girl. So, so his mom can't be Asian. His mom definitely is black. His dad's Taiwanese. And that's why his dad would be a little bit racist in giving him the name Tiger.
Makes sense.
You figured it out. Jerry, you're just wrong.
Yeah.
Think about One Punch Man and what he would do to an Asian pussy. You know what I mean? Asian girls got no ass. They just bend over. It's insert city like a mail slot. It's what it is. P.O. box type shit.
Unless they're modified.
Genetically modified?
It's crazy.
GMOs? GMOs? They're GMOs?
It's crazy. You could like refer to a woman in the same way as a car. Like, you know, it came stock.
Yeah.
Like the fucking horse became modified.
Yeah, she took Adderall and now her sex drives through the roof. We call that a turbo.
She installed a fucking turbo.
Girls that twerk have hydraulics heavy in the ass. It's hydraulics, dude. She's a low rider, dude. She's a low
extra
rider.
large fucking airbags were installed on this one, dude.
Damn, Lizzo got a roll cage? It's what? Meg Thee Stallion got crazy shocks in the knees.
Yeah,
Just crazy shocks.
that suspension, wow.
Yo. Sydney Sweeney's headlights are big. They're big.
Somebody can turn that motherfuckers down for real quick.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, some of these hoes use so much makeup, it's like a paint job. But then you get down to it, it's all rusted out and fucking bad, dude. It needs to go to the junkyard.
Exhaust fucking leaks and shit, dude.
Oh, shit. She gets her little pussy licked by another chick. She becomes a catalytic converter. Hell yeah.
Catalytic.
Catalytic converter.
Catalytic.
Yeah, catalytic converter.
Catalytic.
That's what I tried to say, but I can't do it.
I got you.
I
Catalytic
can't.
converter.
The joke was there. You knew what it was.
Got you. Catalytic converter cuss.
I'm too much from the hillbilly streets, dude. I gotta say catalytic.
Dude, I've practiced so hard to get rid of that West Virginian accent that I can now pronounce anything. Give me
Damn,
choose a word.
Just a big black lady that recently gave birth. A Cadillactate.
Give me a minute. I'll be able to pronounce whatever the fuck you're trying to say right now.
No, I did it.
Oh, you get it?
Yeah, Cadillac, but add Tate, Cadillactate, because she just had a kid, so she's lactating.
Cadillac.
And black people are known for like.
I think Cadillactating converter sounds better.
A pregnant lesbian. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I mean, that's... You know how much crazy stuff's happening in the world right now? I'd believe anything short of pure magic.
I mean,
like, what?
bro, I swear since 2019, it's just gone off the rails, dog. It's crazy.
You know, COVID was the flashpoint, dude.
Yeah, dude, just the spark in the pan, dude. We thought that was like the fucking like end all be all, you know, and it was all going to be good from there. Nope, it's just been like COVID. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you remember in 2020 when people were posting things like, I'm tired of living through once-in-a-lifetime events. Well, now we're just having once-in-a-lifetime events every 2 months.
Yeah, dude, and then like every month it's like a fucking major story. Or as opposed to like, it used to be like one major story a year. Like, think about 9/11. Nothing else happened that year besides 9/11.
That's not true.
What?
A fucking congressman was being charged for murder.
Oh, no,
And then 9/11 happened, and everybody was like, wait, what happened?
That's what I'm saying, 9/11.
Yeah.
9/11's the only thing that was going on that year.
This guy had a secretary who was murdered, and then they were like, wait a minute, this guy was having an affair with said chick, and now she's dead. Let's investigate that. And then all of a sudden, a couple towers fell, and this guy was like, I'm resigning. And then everybody was like, don't you know there's towel heads that need our attention? Fuck it if we have a murderer amongst us.
2019 was the last year that like one fucking thing dominated the newsfeed. That was fucking COVID.
That's not true either.
Yeah.
Did you forget about George Floyd?
Oh. Like to, yeah. Sorry.
Whether it was fentanyl or fucking asphyxiation.
I was like, damn, that's wrong, and then still went to work the next day.
Yeah, as all people do. Except for people that have free time, and then they go burn down targets or whatever.
I could have dealt with the news.
No, dude. Kyle Rittenhouse pisses me off.
I would have stolen TV. I ain't gonna lie. If they would have told me they were organizing that shit. See, here's my problem with these riots and shit, bro. I wouldn't mind being a part of them, but you gotta give me like a 2-week notice. Like, let me know. You know what I mean? That way I can get a free TV and shit too.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is we're not part of the group.
But they need to plan these ahead, is what I'm saying.
No, they can't, because that's how they get caught. So they have to just go to the dumbest people and be like, it's happening tomorrow. And then those people were like, oh, yeah, I guess I gotta do that tomorrow.
Eddie Guerrero died in the 2000s. That was worse than 9/11 for me. But that's not 2001, brother.
But you're also Canadian.
Eddie Guerrero definitely didn't die in 2001.
No, he said in the 2000s.
Yeah, but I was talking about, like, specific years. Like, each year, a fucking story dominated the news.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
what was 2002? Fallujah.
Probably just the Iraq War.
Something else had to happen. There had to be like an Ocean's 11
What do
movie came out or something.
What can you think of that happened in 2002, right now, off the top of your head?
I don't know. I was 7.
Okay, exactly. I know the Iraq War was going on.
I think What's New Scooby-Doo had just started.
No, I feel like that's off. I feel like What's New Scooby-Doo didn't start till, like, 2009.
That's crazy. (2006).
2006?
Oh wait, no. Premiered 2002. Let's go!
I just don't ever remember watching What's New Scooby-Doo too much. The iPhone came out in 2007.
What's New Scooby-Doo was ever before there was an iPhone. Think about that.
That's so sad.
Think about that.
Imagine What's New Scooby-Doo being watched on the iPhone.
That's history. That's history. You know what else is history? The fact that the CIA burned all of the colored civil rights movement footage that they possibly could because they want the civil rights movement to seem longer ago than it was.
Sorry, I just, whenever you said CIA, something fucking fried in my brain that like jumped to the FBI and how like fucking they just literally here's how they get away with shit. They'll be like, yeah, we did this, and then just admit the one little thing that they got caught on, but meanwhile they're still getting away with a bunch of shit.
So my favorite thing they do is they go, oh, our bad. It was this guy, Greg, in the mailroom. It's his fault. And then that guy gets like a pension.
Yeah.
And just told never to do an interview ever.
Well, okay, so they got inspected. I can't remember what year it was. Fucking, it was a while ago. I want to say in like the 80s, 70s, 80s, somewhere in that time frame. And whenever they like the whole reason for the inspection was closed. Basically, the U.S. government thought that they were operating outside of what they were being told to operate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
More or less, like taking people out that shouldn't have been taken out, yada yada. Well, when they went to inspect one of their buildings, they found like this weird gun and this fucking ammo that was designed specifically for that gun, right? So they basically went in front of Congress and then like to explain the gun, they were like, yeah, it's a gun that shoots a poison that whenever it hits the skin, it leaves like maybe a pinhole more or less, but it absorbs into the fucking skin and it's like tetrodotoxin. Yes. So it causes a heart attack, and then the poison's more or less undetectable by most fucking tests.
Yes.
So yeah, they admitted to that in Congress that they had that kind of weapon. Yes. And think critically here. How many fucking random heart attacks happen to political figures?
A lot.
Like a TV host and shit.
Well, this is all I'm saying, okay? Is power, and power corrupts absolutely, right?
I think Sam has ADHD or massive brain damage. Probably both.
Okay, but power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
Good quote, because it's true. Okay? So do we think that if we look back into American history, fucking, we had treasury people assassinating presidential candidates. We had presidential candidate after presidential candidate every couple of years getting shot at or almost killed. Yeah. All the way up till fucking JFK. And then all of a sudden, the only thing we have to talk about since is, hey, you remember when Reagan got shot at once and George Bush got a shoe thrown at him? You know? So do you think that people just stopped assassinating, or do you think they got better at hiding it? And my answer is, I think the same amount of people, if not more people, are being politically assassinated on a grand scale, just way better at keeping it from us. Because if you don't think they would have, if Hillary Clinton would have known that Barack Obama was going to win big in that debate and win Iowa, the only reason Obama ever became president is because he won Iowa.
How many attempts is Trump at now? The most of any fucking president.
Yeah, but how many of them are real? That's the question.
That is a good question. How many are stage? I mean, we'll never know that answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole Charlie Kirk thing. We're never going to get 100% clarification on that.
Yeah. And it's so weird that, like, this is all I'm saying. I'm not on either camp. Whether Trump faked the Butler assassination or didn't fake the Butler assassination, I don't care.
Didn't somebody actually get hit?
Yes, somebody died.
Yeah, I thought so.
But a lot of people say it was fake because it did boost him through the polls. It did a lot for him, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, that helped.
And it toned down the rhetoric. If you think back, they were calling him Hitler every day leading up to that. He got shot at, hit in the ear, and then they stopped calling him Hitler every day on the news, right?
That was crazy that it grazed his fucking ear.
Right.
What I'm going to say is, with that, if it was a planned assassination, like a planned assassination attempt that was supposed to go wrong or whatever, to graze in the ear and that's what your goal was, if that was your fucking goal, buddy, that's a hell of a shot to pull the fuck off, first off. But if that was not your goal and that happened, you might want to go back to fucking, assassin school, because you should be a little bit more accurate than that.
Well, here's my thing: is I really don't have a declaration on either of those things. At that point, it's like a toss-up, coin toss. But what's weird to me is the guy that's unbelievably petty, the guy who gets turned on one time by people that endorsed him for years. Yeah. They say one bad thing about him, he'll turn on him in a heartbeat. Oh, yeah, the guy who's unbelievably petty and revengeful has no interest in figuring out what happened. That's what makes it weird to me, is the fact he has no interest in finding out more about this kid, has no interest in finding out why it was able to slip through the cracks like that. He doesn't talk about it. He talks more about this most recent one that didn't even come into the same room as him than he talks about the one that hit his ear. That's weird to me. So either you know exactly who did it, you can't say it, but you're acting accordingly behind the scenes.
Yeah. Which
would explain a lot of this Israel shit.
Yeah.
Or you're scared and don't want to know, or you staged it. Like, there's not a lot of other options.
Theodore Roosevelt got shot in the chest and still delivered a speech.
That's because he was a real guy.
That motherfucker was a G. He wasn't a real guy. He was a gangster, dog.
Yeah, that's what I mean by real guy.
He was a fucking straight up G.
He's also the guy who came up with the quote,
"Gangster life.
Walk in silence with a big stick."
Speak silent and speak softly but carry a big stick.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. Don't matter. Keywords, big stick.
Energy.
Yeah, it might be the first president to ever mention genitalia in his speech. Fire. I don't think George Washington was like, these British pussies.
That man was like, our big sticks are fucking military, dog. Get fucked.
See, it would have been so cool if George Washington would have been like, you British pussies, come over here. We'll treat it like it's your time of the month and bathe you in blood. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line, period. Now, imagine George Washington gave a speech like that. It wouldn't matter if he had slave teeth.
That's the bottom line, period, because G-Dub said so.
Because George Washington said so, and I don't tell a lie.
GW said so, dude. Get fucked on.
All right, dude. Let's talk about it. The world wants to know.
Have you ever seen the Delaware River?
Have I ever seen the Delaware River?
I only seen like a little part of it. Yeah, I only seen a little part of it in person. And if it was the part that George Washington crossed, it wasn't that impressive.
You know that him crossing the river isn't the impressive part.
It's the attack after Adam.
No, it's the fact that he did it during a winter storm where everybody had been frozen in place for days. So nobody was expecting...
it's a military strategy thing. Yeah.
And Shane Gillis has a great bit on it. He's like, yeah, only a guy with fucking slave teeth would be chattering away and not feeling the pain and being like, come on! We can do this!
Row!
It was also Christmas, I believe. The Native Americans didn't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, the Native Americans are just out there.
They were celebrating wolf gods.
Jesus.
They were like the fucking running soot.
Running foot, go.
Running foot in Sitting Bull and in Walking Buffalo in
Whispering Water
in Swirling Flower. They're all out there. Dude, but I still am convinced that in today's politics, nobody would go harder in a debate than a absolutely troll Native American politician to just go up there and be asked a question, because the Democrats will never go against it because they'll call themselves racist. And the Republicans will have to deal with the fact that, like, either call this guy a fucking troll and get called racist by the other side or whatever. But if a Native American dude went up there...
The Persians were actually always in, like, a bunch of different shits, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, they were just the bigger Spartans.
Well, I mean, dude, I'm surprised nobody has, like, a conspiracy involving that. Like,
there is a conspiracy involving that.
What, the Persians?
Yes, the Persians were so powerful that they had to dominate the Middle East and break it up into a bunch of factions. Iranians are, like, if you find somebody in America...
if you find somebody... Persian Empire,
yeah. If you find somebody in America who's from Iran and you go, oh, you're Iranian, they go, no, I'm fucking Persian. They get really upset about it, right? So, like, there's a conspiracy that the Persian Empire was so great and so resourceful and wouldn't give up their customs that they had to beat them, and not just beat them, but break them up and give other people power in their region so they couldn't stay who they were.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you're telling me like the Rothschilds were really nervous about that family?
Yes. The same thing with the fucking. That's why Germany had to become. That's why Germany was the victim of World War One, because yeah, sure, Germany started it, but they were being picked on so much. Why? Because if you look at any time of history before World War One, the German barbarians were some of the scariest people on the planet. And then all of a sudden, a lot of money goes into Germany, and they become a society, and then that society's like, war. Who's not going to see that coming? It's a fucking group of warriors. Just because you give them fucking castles and a state, and you say, hey, you're at the big boys table, doesn't mean they're not going to be like, well, I want your spot at the table too. Wouldn't it be cool if my chair was in between mine and your chair? Wouldn't that be sick?
Wouldn't it be cool if I just held all chairs?
We're talking about the group of Europeans that held off the Mongolians for 500 years. We're not talking about the German barbarians single-handedly, other than the times they failed, and those are called the conquest of the Mongols, right? The only couple times the Mongolians ever made it into Europe was because the German barbarians failed, okay? So we're talking about the group that was known for holding off Mongolians for 500 years, and you're just like, hey, we gave you money, now you have a seat at the table, and we expect them to be like, yeah, give me some tea and crumpets, I'll play ball. No! The motherfuckers wanted some shit, man, dude.
They see little Poland and they're like, that's a good test. We'll dip our feet here.
Dude, they're just like, so you giving us so we know what you guys are gonna do, and then we could just, we're playing ball. Everybody to the Western Front. Lithuania's weak right now. Get them.
Yeah. Wait, Russia just had a shitty fucking winter and now their crops are failing? Let's do it.
Oh, shit.
If he wouldn't have pushed the front into Russian winter, he probably would have fucking been a lot more successful.
Napoleon?
No, I wasn't talking about Napoleon. I was talking about Hitler.
Isn't it funny how they all suffer the same fate with Russia?
Don't go in there in winter?
Yeah. It's like Napoleon fucked up hard. Wait. Was it Napoleon? Yeah, it was Napoleon. He was fighting Europe in the United States. Well, he was fighting Europe. Yeah. And then randomly Europe decides, we're going to stop fighting Napoleon and we're going to start fighting these colonies in 1811. And then Napoleon, instead of being like, since they're putting a lot of resources into fighting these colonies that they claim they own, we're going to kill them. He goes, turn around. This Russian guy said some shit I don't like. And then starts pushing Russia in winter.
It's the dumbest thing
you ever do. What a fucking fumble, dude.
So do you know what America does to practice just to have specialized soldiers for Russian winters?
We do the thing where like you give a training, like how sometimes in movies people will go to training camp and they give them a dog, and then they raise the dog through training camp, and then the end is giving an order to kill the dog, and if you don't kill the dog, you're not worthy of being in the special team because you won't listen to orders because of your emotions.
No.
Oh, you don't know about that?
That's a Russian thing?
No, that's an American thing.
That's wild.
If you're selected into the highest programs of American, like during World War II days.
Oh, yeah.
When you started at training camp, they would give you a puppy, and they'd be like, if you let this puppy die, you're out. So then you go into it thinking you're taking care of this puppy.
It's going to be going to war with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay? So then you get attached to this dog. You protect it with your life at times. And then at the end of your training, they go, okay, we're going to send you to the front lines. All you have to do is shoot that dog in the face. And then if you don't shoot the dog in the face, you just get sent back to regular fucking whatever the fuck. You're just a guy doing an operator. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, if you don't kill the dog, that means you won't follow orders because of your emotions, and that's not good.
That's crazy.
Okay? Now, imagine that with polar bears.
No. Now, listen. So what we do...
You didn't think I was going to bring it back. You didn't think I was going to bring it back.
No, I figured... I was wondering where you were going. I'm not going to lie. But
you protect this polar bear with your life. Or a penguin.
Neil said, wait, what did I say that was dumb? I'm missing things. Anyways. So how we prepare for Russian winters if we ever have to invade? I mean, it's probably written down somewhere on a piece of paper that this is real beneficial to this training is real beneficial to this, but it's not really like publicly talked about. So we take our soldiers, like our special forces and shit like that, and we do. I can't remember. Like you get like you get a certain patch. They basically send you to the Arctic Circle and have you fucking like do like fucking survival missions and shit like that. Fucking you do like 6 months training in the fucking Arctic Circle. Basically.
Take care of this Siberian Husky and make a sled team.
Well, they throw you out there with like just a fucking rucksack and your fucking gear and that's it. Then they'll make you do like sub-zero fucking dives and shit like that. Like with obviously with the proper gear, but fucking yeah. They teach you how to fucking live like in Arctic conditions, basically, dude.
Wait, you mean they don't just do the Joe Rogan approach and sit in an ice bath?
Yeah, and they don't take ivermectin either, dude.
This is what I think we should do. We should buy the Himalayas. Okay, the Indian side. You know what I mean?
I just got hate by art today. Dude got put under on his match.
I think we should buy the Indian side of the Himalayas and just turn that into a training ground. Have fucking... we send a team of 7 up the mountain, and you have to eliminate targets.
How is that a take? That's a historical fact. I think Neil's actually correct on that. They probably did have Prussian mercenaries, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Wait, where?
Crossing the Delaware. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Prussian mercenaries were involved in the fucking whole revolution.
Hell yeah.
Britain bought them. That makes a lot of sense because they fucking wanted to always end the Ottoman Empire, which Prussia.
But it's always funnier to think about it the way they teach you in elementary school. Indians, bad. Pilgrims, good.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't wild.
And meanwhile, their fucking Sacagawea was just up all on Lewis and Clark's dick like a little nympho.
See, dude,
Two strapping white guys come around and the princess goes, "What am I doing with all you darkies?"
that's why I like games and media that make you question like the difference between good and evil. You know what I mean? Like it. And realistically, like, if you think about it, it's just perspective, dude. What's good to you is fucking evil to another. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, dude, it's one of my favorite quotes from Ron Paul. He goes, "What's the difference between terrorism and military action? Terrorism is people in the Middle East do it. Military actions are what we do. It's the only difference."
Big facts, dude. No, not at all. That was during the revolution. That wouldn't have been us fighting the natives. The natives actually, I think the natives fought with us.
New conspiracy theory: Native Americans were Prussian all along. Prussian and brownface.
I mean, if you think about it, like, hear me out here. Due to migration, you can make the argument that if they did truly go over that land bridge between fucking Alaska and Russia, then you could argue that originally the cradle of like civilization somewhere about Mesopotamia.
Well, I was going to go a little bit something different. It's proven that South American lineage goes way back before the Russians crossed the land bridge. Okay?
Yeah.
But if the Russians...
Well, yeah, I know that part, and that's the crazy thing to me.
If the Prussians did cross the land bridge, and then they ran into a bunch of those Easter Island head-looking motherfuckers from Inca...
further south, but...
Yeah, but they would meet somewhere in, like, Texas-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they would colonize, so then you'd have white mixed with the way weird brown.
That'd be like Aztecs, Mayans.
And that would be Native Americans. So yes, Native Americans are half Prussian. I put my stamp on it. Historian Josh here, dude. And let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story about a land bridge that you could have just used a catapult if you were smart enough. And there's this land bridge, and then the Russians crossed the land bridge. And then they met these group of ancient South American peoples that probably came from Asia or something.
That were eating Texas barbecue.
Facts, elk and shit, bison, right? Okay.
The American cuisine started with the Native
And then they met somewhere between Texas and Wyoming, right? And then they, like Pocahontas, not Pocahontas, Sacagawea did, saw two white kings walk around and was like, oh shit, let me get some of that. Okay, that's what the Incans did with the Prussian men, right? And then all of a sudden you have a bunch of half Prussian, half ancient Incan people, and those people became Native Americans, and they was all about it. So then when England showed up,
I just saw something crazy.
England showed up, and they were like, what? Not more white motherfuckers. We half white. We run this shit. The Steph Currys.
Okay, so hear me out. All right.
Blake Griffins.
So we're finding more and
Zendaya.
we're finding more and more evidence that the fucking Vikings were all throughout North America. All right, like, and I mean like way further, like even into parts of like southwestern United States. All right, so we're finding more and more evidence of that, right? What do you think the likelihood that there was just some blonde hair, blue eyed fucking like Native American, like tanned Native American with blonde hair, blue eyes, or some shit running around in one of the tribes, dude?
I mean, just as likely as it is to find a fucking albino ape or whatever.
I mean, I'm sure it was a rarity, but like, yeah, like, dude, because like we're finding evidence, especially like along like the East Coast, that whenever the Vikings would meet the Native Americans and shit, they would actually exist peacefully and actually exchange goods and all that shit, and like the Native Americans would invite them to feasts and shit like that, dude. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. Because every time it went bad, there was no written record of it.
Well, yeah, no shit, dude. Vikings go scorched earth whenever something goes bad, dude. They just fucking, oh, that's your village? You fucked us? Get fucked and burned. They are literally the fucking creators of scorched earth policy, dude.
Dude, Vikings just make me laugh thinking about them with like Native Americans pre-horse Native Americans. So just,
well, yeah, because horses didn't come along until fucking like the conquistadors. Yeah.
Okay. The expansion of horses. There were still some horses. They just were wild and far in
There were
between.
no wild horses in North America until fucking the conquistadors arrived.
No, that you're saying that there was no horses in the North America before the 1500s, and that's just incorrect.
Dude, I promise you, there's no horses.
No, there was native horses before 1500s.
No, dude.
Yes.
No, they brought those over. Conquistadors brought those over. Now, South America, yes, there were horses, but North America, no. That was literally conquistadors and shit bringing that over.
Yes, horses actually originated in North America millions of years ago,
Bullshit.
but went extinct on the continent during the last ice age.
So they weren't there before the conquistadors, technically.
They were!
We're talking about human history here. Like human written history. They weren't there.
Okay, you threw in a key word there. You said written. And all that's written is lies! That Israel was promised stuff with lies! No, I'm just kidding. The Native Americans were promised horses 20 million years ago, and Jews were promised Israel 3,000 years ago.
Neil even said it. They went extinct. Yeah, like 10 to 12,000 years ago, before humans really fucking thought about it.
Do we know that, though? Because, you know what I mean? Short-faced bears, saber-toothed tigers, dire wolves. You know, I believe that just because we didn't see it, because we didn't have GoPros, doesn't mean they didn't exist. Fossils are very, very hard to find. You would only find fossils from a time where there's a very large amount of them. I'm not saying they didn't almost go extinct, but we don't know for a fact they were all gone. We just don't have any fossils because there wasn't a large quantity of them. Put the fucking stamp on it. Got out of that one.
No. Anyways. You know what the Native Americans were doing?
Nope, there was one guy who had a pet horse.
You just fucking move on, Jesus Christ. All right.
I was just having fun, guy.
The Native Americans, whenever they brought the horses over, they fucking were just actually eating them at first. They didn't know what to fucking do with them. and they just like were like, yeah, stew's a fucking good idea.
Polynesia is a little far away for me to believe. Oh, side note, these Viking dick riders have been on my nerves lately.
I mean, it's a possibility, but I would say highly unlikely. I mean, Zhang He was one of the ones that originally discovered fucking America and wrote it down, and he's fucking Chinese technically, so.
I literally think the reason why the Vikings had the advantage is because they built boats in an area that sank boats naturally more.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're in England, only like 3 months out of the year do you have to worry about big ice being a problem. The Vikings had ice to worry about year round. So,
Yeah.
like, they had to build their ships good.
Sturdy.
Yeah, so their ships would go farther and do stuff. Now, written record, maps-wise, I don't know. I think they were more into fucking hot chicks and killing ugly ones.
Well,
And
Zhang He actually like mapped out fucking, if I'm correct, he mapped out Hawaii and like the Baja California way before like fucking anybody ever stepped foot on the United States or anything like that from fucking Europe or otherwise, the Western world, we'll say. He did that in like 1000 AD, I want to say. Sometime during the whole fucking Three Kingdoms thing.
the real question
in South America was also
with the way
mapped out.
science is going now, it's not even a question. Either this is how it has to be. This is the only question there is.
I know I'm mispronouncing his name too.
Did humans or human equivalent species, did humans or human equivalent species create long distance traveling seafare way before we claim they did, or were there humans alive during Pangea? That's it. Because we're finding way too many places all over the world with way too much water distance between them, with evidences of all these different types of people and ancient people.
Better at building boats than what we were expecting.
That's what I think.
I really think that's what it is. That we were like the ancient civilizations were probably better at building boats than we were expecting.
I mean, I just don't think it's that hard. Like, okay,
I mean, we have 100% evidence of trade between like fucking South America and China in like in like the AD times because we have like fucking petrified like fucking flowers that are only found in South America.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
here's a question I have for you.
what's up?
Don't think about historically. Think about human brains and how our brains kind of work, right? What's more likely? That people saw lightning hit a tree and it catch on fire, and then we figured out if you rub stuff together fast enough, it catches on fire, or we just kept not letting the fire go out, and humans had control of fire first, or do you think it's more possible we saw sticks, leaves, anything lightweight floating on water, and we figured out we could make things that travel across water? Like, the idea that people want to put fire as like this easy novice thing we figured out, but sailing a ship as the hardest possible thing, that like Egyptians made the pyramids but didn't have boats that can travel across the ocean, makes no sense to me. It makes way more sense to me that people would figure out floating before fire.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you at all?
Yeah. Well, and Neil actually presents a good point, like with the Vikings, them making it there and back is a fucking tough thing because just the waters off the coast of South America are notorious for trying to sink ships. And I can only imagine fucking a wooden boat or something like that would have some fucking issues. But I think if they made it there, yeah, it wasn't 100% intentional. But can you say you're being intentional if you're exploring? Because like think about human nature in and of itself. Like you see your surroundings every fucking day and you get tired of it eventually. It's just how we fucking are, dude. It's like I want to move on and see something new. So there's those that push that to a fucking extreme today, and we have most of the fucking world mapped out. You can only imagine if you see this vast open expanse and you're like, well, I wonder what's beyond the fucking horizon. There's people that took that to an extreme back in the fucking like, ancient times.
Here's what I would say. It's going with what you're saying. I'm not disputing it, okay? I'm agreeing with you. I actually think that the Vikings probably had way more settlements than are recorded because of this simple fact. Imagine if Christopher Columbus got over here, and nobody on the European side was waiting for a response back, or they never sent a response back. Say all 3 ships crashed into the coast.
Well, Spain thought he was an idiot from the gate, and they sent him on a death mission.
Right, okay. But what I'm saying is that say all 3 ships crashed into the coast, and none of them ever went back to say what we found, right? Yeah. Then there would just be an integration of Europeans with Native Americans that are probably like a small sect of tribe or, coast-faring people that, like, just exist, right? Yeah. They would have never became America. They would have never became a superpower. Like, literally the only reason the colonies became a thing is because there was another country with an investment that got word back that they found something. And then that's what took it over. Imagine how many Vikings were just rogue, a set of 2 ships of 50 people, and they crash somewhere, and they're like, all right, this is our home now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where I could believe the Polynesian thing, right? Not that they set up a government or like a people or whatever, but just, if you're telling me there's 2 Viking ships that were sailing together,
they have met,
and they landed on that island and then integrated or just killed everybody and then took over the island and became a peoples, that makes some sense to me. But we all get lost in this like history thing where like history almost starts with dynasties. Like we go Mesopotamia and then Egypt. Yeah. And that was 1,500 years, right?
I mean,
like,
Babylon.
You can't just you can't just march over it and be like, people happened. Like people started talking with other villages, and then Egypt happened. Yeah. That was 15,000 years or 1,500 years.
I do like I mentioned Babylon. I do like how at one point in history Babylon was considered science fiction, and nowadays we're like, well, hold up. There might have been an actual city.
Well, bro, I don't know if we ever talked about this on here because I don't really talk religious stuff, but they found the city of Sodom during COVID.
Oh yeah, I know that. Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, we already knew where Gomorrah was.
Yeah, but they found Sodom based off of the description and then archaeology LiDAR stuff.
Well, we found Gomorrah. I think we figured out the location of Gomorrah based upon cross-referencing the Bible with like modern day technology. And that was somewhere around like 2007, maybe 2011.
Yeah, and then they found more texts in the library of the Vatican that gave more details. So then they used LiDAR to translate that into information with Gomorrah and like the rock or whatever of Abraham that Israel's so fond of. Yeah. Okay, and then they were like, okay, let's look in this area. And they started using LiDAR and they were like, holy shit, there's a bunch of buildings here. So they start digging it up and like, it comes from the time frame and they're calling it Sodom. Now, obviously, I don't know if it was called Sodom at the time because they keep giving it this weird name, like, of what they called themselves. So, like, at this point, I think it's a naming beef between the historians and the religious people. Yeah. The historians are like, I discovered it, I want to name it after me. And then the religious people are like, no, it's written in our book, motherfucker! We can't listen to the name that's in the book! Like, I think there's, like, a war going on behind the scenes on that. But I just think it's very interesting that we only think about civilization. We don't think about pre-civilization enough.
So,
like there had to be 50,000 years of hunter-gatherer tribes that did shit. And to tell me that one guy didn't come up with floating. One guy couldn't come up with floating for 50,000 years is crazy.
You want to know something crazy here?
I'm letting you go.
All right,
I just had to get that off my chest. It was bugging me.
This is actually fucking something I like. This is a new idea that I seen like floating around. I just seen an article on it like a couple weeks ago, and then I seen a couple, like 1 or 2 more recently. So Atlantis, right? They're saying it's beyond the Straits of Hercules, which I can't remember exactly what it's called nowadays, but it's the 2 straits that right before the Red Sea or whatever. And technically, that could open it up to the whole Western world from there, right? So they're thinking now that Atlantis at one point was located in like the Indonesian island chain somewhere along that route, because now we know 100% that there's fucking cities sunken underneath of there, right? So now they're thinking that one of them was referenced as Atlantis, and it's just normal fucking city, not whole crazy shit. And El Dorado is in the Baja of California somewhere. Well, not in the Baja, but like how there's that fucking out like that bay there from the Baja, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that El Dorado is probably somewhere along that lines in there. just due to the global fucking water level rise during fucking the ice melts.
So my favorite thing about right now about archaeology is that the YouTube archaeologists are getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Now, what's fun about that is they're willing to go back and forth. See,
El Dorado was the friends we made along the way. Hell yeah.
hell yeah, golden friendships.
Yeah, dude.
Now, the thing about that I like the most about all these YouTube.
Well, it's opening up the idea.
They're willing to debate their ideas.
Well, yeah.
Like mainstream archaeology just wants to be like, you're uncredited, you never went to school, you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking loser. So like, there's no debate. You know what I mean? There's 4 archaeologists that I respect because they all come to the same conclusion on Egypt. They all come to very similar conclusions on South America.
I'm going to bring it around to your Egypt thing because I got something to kind of add to the whole Egypt thing with like world exploration. I feel like they had a fucking bigger hand in that than most fucking civilizations did, and it points my point of contention for that is that there's like 4 or 5 different fucking archaeological finds that point to that.
Here's what I say about Egypt. We'll get to it. Let me finish my thought. There are 5 big archaeologists, YouTube archaeologists right now that are debating openly what they think Atlantis would have been. Okay? And they all have chosen different spots. Okay? And this is what's very interesting about it.
The one that's obviously the one that's Indian is fucking catching people's attention because or Indonesian because it makes, in my opinion, that makes sense. We know like a recent LiDAR scan has detected what they think is like I think 130 or 120 different temples. That's not including cities. You know what I mean? Under that ocean there.
Well, there's this one guy named Jimmy Corsetti, okay? And he believes that the Richat structure in the Saharan desert is Atlantis. And here's a few reasons why. I'll just give you the bona fide good ones, okay?
I've never seen the structure.
I'm about to show you.
Okay.
So, he says this is why. That during the time frame Atlantis would have been a major thing. It would have been when the Sahara Desert was a rainforest.
Yes.
Okay? Number 2, it fits the journeys that are written about Atlantis from other areas. So if you were on foot journey-wise with other people, the average it would take you to get there, this matches those.
Yeah.
Okay? Thirdly, it fits the description of what Atlantis was built upon, which is 3 circles of
water.
3 circles of water with connecting things to make it a giant city.
Yes.
Okay? Now this is the Richat structure. This is a diagram of what people say Atlantis would look like.
Sorry.
It's all good.
We gotta make just a fucking PC.
This is a rendering of what the description of Atlantis would have been. This is the Richat structure. Naturally.
I mean, I can definitely see it.
The 3 concentric circles, this is what it looks like.
How do you explain the sunk under the ocean mythos then?
Well, this was flooded. This comes to point number 2. Do you see all this waving?
I see that.
Out
Yeah,
here?
it shows water. I understand that. Yeah.
All of this around
looks
here,
like water erosion. Yes.
all of this around here, there's salt embedded in the sand, as if it was underwater.
That would be a massive piece of fucking water rose up from the fucking ocean. You know what I mean? Or a massive piece of land.
Okay.
What explains that massive piece of land rising?
Look at how close it is to the ocean. So that's it. You can see it on the fucking
that's close,
satellite.
but that's still.
But look, this is all low ground. This is all low ground.
I know, but it's still
And
a
check
massive
this.
chunk
Look,
of land.
look,
There
look,
has
look.
to be-
This is a ravine where all the water would have went to.
But what you're not getting from what I'm about to say is, if it was under the ocean at one point, there has to be some sort
Okay,
of.
go ahead, pull it down.
there has to be some sort of geological event that takes it and pushes it up above the ocean. All right.
Yes.
So, where's the geological event? That would be a massive earthquake, if anything.
Yes, there was a bunch of them at the time. So I'm gonna get a couple of these numbers wrong, so don't fucking slaughter me for the numbers. But when Plato,
I'm not asking to debunk your shit. I'm asking.
no, this isn't my shit. I find it interesting.
I'm asking more or less because I'm finding it interesting and it's a possibility. I just need to see the actual like steps to how it became. Because, dude, in my mind, there has to be like, if it's a singular fucking earthquake, that's an earthquake unheard of. But if it's multitude of events, I can see it happening.
Schmaginus.
Hey, y'all want to play Destiny tonight?
That's up to Jared.
Jerry, you want to play Destiny? I got an idea of a weapon to get you guys. Actually, I'm going to give you options here. All right. Before we go any further into this conversation, I'm going to give you options. And Jerry, you can vote on this too. Do you want a weapon that you can make to be a single shot like basically it's customizable?
Can you hold that? I really want to finish this.
Dude, it'll take me 30 seconds and then
Okay.
and then I'm sure you can fucking pick up from where we were at. Do you want a weapon that is fully customizable to where you can make it it's a primary weapon, but you can either make it fully auto, a burst fire, or a single shot rifle with different fucking rates of fire and different perks? Basically a fully customizable rifle. Or do you want an auto rifle that whenever fired from the hip, it fires like a shotgun, but it uses special ammo and hits extra hard? Or I can get you a scout rifle that on precision kills, it racks up more damage overall.
This is what I want. I need a gun that's reliable, doesn't have a shit ton
Do you
of
have a good
kick.
special ammo
Hold on,
weapon?
listen. I'm about to tell you my requirements because I don't know the answer to your questions.
Joe said not the scout.
I'm looking for a weapon that has a fast rate of
Joe said
fire.
Sure.
A fast rate of fire.
Okay.
That does decent damage
Okay.
and doesn't have a shit ton of recoil because I need the gun to be reliable so I can focus on movement, right angle peaks. You know, I'm a Fortnite guy, so I like to build.
Fire one. Gotcha.
I'm used
We're
to
going-
building.
Nope.
So if I'm gonna have to play a first
you ain't
person
gotta explain
shooter,
no further. We're going to require one tonight.
okay,
It'll
cool.
take us 20 minutes. It is a PvE mission, but you can use it in fucking PvP, and it's fire because, like I said, it's that auto rifle that whenever you aim down sights, it's single shot.
Okay.
Whenever you hip fire, it fires like a triangle, not a cross projection, more or less.
Okay. Well, I
And
just
it's
want to get good
super
at the
hard.
movement in the play style of the game. I just need a
and that's-
reliable gun.
And that's where PvE helps you. All right, PvE will help you get used to how your character moves.
He does that. He does that.
Fuck you, Fungal. I don't give a fuck about what you said.
Okay, but what I was saying is that I find it interesting because, when I think it was either Galileo or Plato, one of those two motherfuckers wrote about Atlantis. Okay, and when they wrote about Atlantis, they were writing about Atlantis as if it existed 9,000 years before that.
Yeah.
Okay, which would put it before the last ice age.
Way before. Yeah.
Okay? So, if you're asking me, is if North Africa, which was under the ice shelf,
Yeah.
was devastated by water, or maybe melted water, I would say, yeah, it makes sense.
But here's my problem with
And
that.
what would kill Atlantis? Like, if a flood happened, people would have boats or whatever, but what if everybody just froze to death? And
Yeah.
I don't know. Because the dude who makes the Mexico, here's the problem with me. There's a guy that I also like, okay, who says that Mexico City is Atlantis. And god damn it, if he doesn't make a good argument too.
So
I get
here's my argument with this. All right, most of West Africa, the coastline is like steep drop offs. You know, what I
Not
mean?
the reshot structure that I just showed you.
Okay.
It's a plateau that goes down. It's the lowest part of Africa to the Atlantic Ocean.
Does it have a sandy beach?
Yes.
Okay. So most of West Africa, and obviously this means like any western coastline, you know what I mean? So that covers a vast area. Most of West Africa is like steep drop-offs with cliffs. You know what I mean? Not saying this to debunk you. Don't have to look anything up to show me different.
No, I'm actually interested in something.
So, my only argument to that is like usually those sharp drop-offs are created from fucking, again, cataclysmic fucking earthquake type events. You know what I mean? Or eruptions, shit like that. Basically seismic activity. So like if it was to feature that, that would actually kind of boost the idea of it being Atlantis, in my opinion. Yeah, the scout Jer, it fucking is on precision hits. It's good for PvP, but other than that, it's not that great.
Interesting. So this is the Sahara now.
Y'all want to play this weekend to do trials?
I mean, as of right now, I'm working this weekend.
Pinky raise.
Okay. The reshot structure is right here.
Okay, yeah, that's low lying. I mean, you can tell by the lake structure. Yeah, I get you. But none of that's like coastal, really. Those lakes could be formed by fucking other features.
No, but I'm just saying, like, just like, look at how much water's around it. Like,
no, you're right. I agree with you.
I don't know the answer. That's why it fascinates me.
No, dude, no. That's why I'm asking the questions, because it's got my interest too. Because it's like it is a possibility, but at the same time, there are questions that need to be asked. Just like with the Mexico one, it doesn't make much sense. That's why I lean towards the Indian one, because it's still buried under the ocean. You know what I mean? Indonesian. You know what I mean? So, like, it's still buried under the ocean, so it kind of fits the description of what you would get as Atlantis.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is, like, this isn't even me, like, researching it, because that Randall Carlson believes that, who's the guy who discovered the Sphinx erosion, by the way. So he has a lot of love in my heart.
Well, and I mean, dude, like, yeah, so, he was right on that as a motherfucker, bro. Because the Sphinx...
here's my one problem with it, is...
Have you seen...
It's 4 times as long as of a trip from the places people say they got there. And even if you had boats, you have to go around all of Africa to get there from Europe. So, like, the location...
But what if you're not launching from that point? What if you're using, like, a fucking, like...
Plato was from Greece, though.
But what if you're...
So he's speaking about it from Greece.
But what if you're going to, like, India or some shit, and you're fucking launching from their ports? Renting a ship. You know what I mean?
So Plato was Indian.
No, what if he... Like, dude, obviously Greeks and Indians fucking collaborated.
You heard it here first, chat! Greeks and Indians are mint.
No, I mean, like, they obviously communicated, right?
Yeah, no.
We can agree to that.
See, this is the thing. This is why I love ancient history. I don't know. Because you can literally make an argument anyway from
I would guarantee you they did, because Greece is so close to fucking India, and it's...
You would assume so.
Well, in the land itself, they're obviously going to explore it. It's human nature, bro. I guarantee you they had some sort of communication with India. How do you know fucking Plato wasn't writing fucking, hey, we took the 4-day trip over land, and then our sail from India's port was a couple hours or some shit like that.
Plato was writing off the writings of other people.
Exactly. So how do you know he didn't cut parts out, bro? Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't know. That's my whole thing. It's like,
no,
I don't have.
None of us know, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So you could convince, like, based on whatever YouTube video I watch and what music they put behind it.
Jared, the auto rifle is the shotgun.
You could convince me on any of these. That's what makes Atlantis so fascinating, is because it's literally, we've unequivocally proven it's possible for there to be a civilization before London that had 1 million more plus people. They proved it with the Aztecs.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So to sit here and be like, oh, Atlantis is gay and dumb and fake.
Dude, Tenochtitlan, I think I probably mispronounced that wrong. Tenochtitlan, whatever the fuck it is. Fucking in Mexico, you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Yeah, right? I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. So they fucking estimated that population at like 3 million, bro, at one point. You know what I mean? That's insane to me that a fucking
Tatatehuacan.
Tenochtitlan, what?
Tatatehuacan.
Whatever, dude. either way, they estimated that at one point at 3 million. All right, and that's the high point. The low point, whenever they estimated at 3 million, was fucking like 1.2 million. But still, even a fucking 1.2 million fucking like population in one spot is crazy for ancient times.
Well, most people don't keep up on the LiDAR situation.
Again,
in South America.
I'm choosing the high end of the spectrum. The low end of the spectrum for that same time frame.
I'm backing you up here.
Well, hold up. The low end for that spectrum, because I like to play devil's advocate here, bro. Like, the low end for that spectrum was 100,000 to 300,000.
Well, the devil's advocate can fight LiDAR because... No, I'm just kidding. Dude, I've been keeping up on the LiDAR stuff. I'm fully invested.
Bro,
I'm fully invested.
No. Before you go further with that, the LiDAR with the Amazon interests me the most with anything else.
Okay, well, I'm about to fucking...
Because
How much have you been keeping up?
The last I checked, one of the cities they found dates back to like I don't want to sound crazy here, but I think it was like 30,000 BC. They went and actually like pulled soil samples from the brick or whatever, the mortar. We'll call it mortar because that's what we use nowadays. But it was something different for their, bricks, obviously. They actually found a rubber resin in it because, there were rubber trees around the Amazon and shit. And they replanted them. That's another reason that we know that fucking... because rubber doesn't...
Well, that's a question for after.
All right. Continue. So rubber trees work weird. All right. Yes. So in order for a rubber tree to fucking actually like be available, it has to be replanted by a human almost. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we're finding all these rubber trees that aren't fucking like they can pull samples of the fucking core of the rubber tree because it's like a fucking nut more or less, right? They can go and drill into it and pull out core samples and actually measure the layers of the shit to determine how old rubber trees are. I know it sounds crazy, whatever, I don't give a fuck.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they have drilled into rubber trees that are over 20,000 years old, bro.
Yes.
And they're not original rubber trees, bro.
Can I tell you a story?
Hold up. This is probably going to tie into whatever you're going to say, all right? So... also, they're going and testing these roads, quote, quote, that are made of, like, they have, like, stone actually laid out in the roads at some points. They also have, like, human footprints and shit that they're carbon dating back to, like, fucking, like, 30,000, 40,000, 20,000 BC and shit. So, as they're going over fucking the Amazon, like Amazon rainforest with LiDAR, they're finding fucking structures and shit that are fucking, like, 40,000, 50,000 fucking... like, it's crazy how old some of these structures are that they're carbon dating. And, okay, for those of you that fucking hate carbon dating in the chat, technically, out of everything that we have for older fucking, dating-wise, carbon dating is the most accurate. You can sit here and argue that it's inaccurate, this, that, the other. But if you're looking at different fucking like levels of like dating and shit like that, besides physical looking at and fucking like what's the other one? I can't remember the fucking... there's a chemical that they blast through the structure and it destroys whatever the fuck they use. But fucking they blast through the structure and they can fucking tell like how old it is, but it's only within 10 to fucking 20,000 years of how old it is. Carbon dating is the most fucking accurate and reliable source that we have. That's why we go based off that, right? That's why whenever we look at the Earth, we're like, the Earth is 4.8 billion years old, all right? Because we look at the carbon dating of it and we're like, this is old, da 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 da. Like, we can pull a piece of soil off the top layer and be like, this is pushed up from forever ago. That's like fucking 4.8 billion years ago, all right? So we know carbon dating is accurate enough to be able to guess enough over all the other fucking accuracies that we have to, move on. But either way, fucking, they're pulling shit carbon dating wise that is like fucking... the oldest I seen was 120,000 BCE. All right, and that's insane to me if that's actually accurate, bro.
Okay.
But the tolerance... sorry, bro, I know I'm cutting you off. The tolerance for fucking carbon dating scientifically accepted is like plus minus 5,000 years.
Right.
Either way, 120,000 BCE, if you plus minus 5,000 years, it's 150,000 years. That's insane, bro.
Here's what makes my heart tickle. I like when something's so concrete that the people that oppose it just ignore it. That's a telltale sign.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the
Hold
whole, like Donald Trump being the greatest president ever.
Dude, don't get me distracted.
All right,
I'm locked in.
Got you, bro.
There is a wall on the side of a hill that grows at a rate of 4.3 inches per year. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the way that this wall grows is that anytime there's a seismic event, on average, this is an average growth, the water and the sediment of the beach become a part of the side of the mountain,
Yeah.
and then they turn to stone.
This is in Mexico?
Yes.
Dude, I know because people... Okay, so one of the famous traits about this place... Dude, this ties into what you're saying. So one of the famous fucking traits about this place is like people take fucking like boogie boards or fucking skim boards or fucking surfboards and shit, and they ride down the side of these mountains and shit, and it's all sand because it pushes up against it.
Okay. I thought you were going to go way longer. No, I was letting you have your time. So...
Stop looking at the camera whenever I go to say shit. That pisses me off.
I'm being entertaining for the clip because the number one thing that because the number one thing that bothers me is when I'm telling you a story and I go to make it a clip because I think it'll be a good clip and you just look disinterested, like you're not listening, like you're not making anything.
So,
you know what I mean?
I'm
I'm literally just being performative. You're taking it as personal. I'm being performative.
I'm a weird person. If I'm into something, bro, I'll sit there and actually like focus on you because like otherwise my ADHD will take over and I'll be like, I don't like how that fucking hurricane looks. We should have painted that different.
And
like,
I'm listening to you, but my brain goes to, oh, right now, this is a boring clip because nothing's happening. Like, if I look at...
don't do that.
No, I'm going to do it.
That makes me feel like a piece of shit.
Because
it's like,
don't feel that
this
way.
is a boring clip. Or like everything you say is like, this is gold.
It's not that. It's the funniness of the fact that I'll let you talk for 5 minutes, I'll get 3 words in, and you'll be like, oh, this goes with that. And then I let you talk, and then it's like a growing joke.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
I couldn't help it, chat. I couldn't help.
I hate whenever he looks at the camera, chat.
Dude, chat, you're not there.
Bro, it's gonna be a thing from now on, dog.
Dude,
I promise you. Every time you do it, I'm saying something, dog. It's a wrap.
Dude, don't, because it's gonna ruin the momentum. It's gonna ruin the clips. We're gold right now.
Nah, dude, fuck that. Fuck you're looking at the camera, dude.
Well, you do something then. Look away from the camera. Yeah. So, chat, basically, there's these footsteps. Yeah, exactly. And he's looking for them right now. And dude, the Mario show?
Fuck him.
What did he ever do?
That wasn't even a good show, bro.
I don't even know what it does. I've never played Mario.
You're a piece of shit fucking picking that shell, bro. For real.
All right.
It's not even in Mario Kart, bro.
Well, I picked it because it reminded me of
kid.
Leslie's.
This is why you should play more games.
Okay.
Piece of shit.
I feel like this is a little bit unnecessary, but we'll continue if you'd like.
Fake gamer. All I play is Fortnite, guys.
That's not all I play. It's the only one I like.
How you liking Destiny? Real shit.
I haven't hated it.
Okay, dude. Honestly, I'll accept that from you because, like, even Battlefield, you're like, I fucking.
It pisses me off immediately.
Hey, can we agree though? Destiny has a good TTK for.
Can I tell you the most fun I had?
What?
When it was me, you, and Jared in free for alls. I was starting to feel myself a little bit.
Dude, if you want to practice, just say something. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was having fun doing that.
Dude, understand.
The people are so much better than me,
So
and I hate playing AIs. So, like,
let me ask you a question live on
hate it.
stream right now so you can never fucking hate me if I do this.
Okay.
All right? Do you want me to go hard Or do you want me to just have fun?
Obviously, have fun. At no point when I killed
No,
you
I
was I
mean,
like,
like-
oh, I'm better than you at this than you are at Fortnite.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about my build wise because my build makes a huge difference.
I would like to stand a chance and have fun,
Okay.
but like,
Do you want me to make you?
Hold on,
Time out. Do you want me to make you better at the game, or are you just enjoying?
I want to learn it
All right,
because I won't know if I enjoy it until
Bro,
I think I'm good.
There's so much to learn. All right, there's so much to learn, and honestly, you and Jer, we need to sit down a day, like a couple days, all right, and just go through all the campaigns so you guys have all your build options, right? Especially as hunters, you guys will get a sniper rifle that is fucking the best sniper rifle in the game.
First of all, Fungal, that question don't even make no sense.
Man, fuck the Holocaust. That wasn't real. How about that? First off,
Yeah, I mean 6 million.
dude, there's no way it was 6 million, bro.
Yao Ming killed 20.
Let's wax that.
What was his name?
Hey yo, time out, bro. You mentioned Yao Ming and it brought up a core memory for me. It brought Yao Ming brings up a core memory.
The Asian Nick. He was a Knickerbocker, an Asian Knickerbocker.
No, listen, bro. So me and my cousin would play fucking. So back whenever Xbox 360 was online and shit. All right, the hardest shit ever, bro. Xbox 360 was the fucking best days in gaming. Not gonna argue that. All right, we would play NBA Heat like 2007, 2009. All right, whichever one had fucking the Yao Ming on it. All right. We would play the Houston Rockets. My cousin would take fucking Yao Ming as his character and just post up under the net. I can't remember what character I picked. All right, bro. But every time they'd shoot a shot, I'd just jump up, deflect it, pass it back to another character, and then throw it down the court to Yao Ming to hit a fucking 2-point dunk and just fucking ruin their whole fucking gameplay. You know what I mean? Our record playing together in co-op was fucking 637. I remember this because the day we shut it off and stopped playing it, 637 to 132, and like I think it was 3 ties. All right, so dude, that's an insane record fucking playing that game. Yeah, it was like a cheat code, bro. Just Yao Ming under the net.
It's been bothering me this whole time.
What's up, bro?
Fucking Mao.
Mao?
Yeah, Mao Zedong. I could only think of Yao Ming. I'm like, who the fuck was that guy that killed everybody? He's Asian and it's not Yao Ming. And then my brain would go, Yao Ming? And then I'd be like, no, it's not Yao Ming. And I literally, Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong.
Figured it out. Got
Yeah, dude.
killed like 20 million people.
What did he do?
He took over China with an iron fist.
Was this like fucking, when was this?
That's a good question. I think it was before World War One, but I might be retarded.
That would make sense if it was. Because beforehand it was like the 3 kingdoms that fought over China, basically. Which is why you get the fucking games Dynasty Warriors. It's amazing. You probably actually like Dynasty Warriors because of history.
No, it was after World War II. See, this is how you know the Jews ran our media. This motherfucker killed 50 million peoples after World War II. And the only thing we care about is the 66 million Jews that died. Unfucking real, dude.
That's crazy. I like your respect, by the way. I said something one time and you're like, let me fix that for a dog. I like that.
What?
It doesn't block me anymore.
Yeah. I
like
put him in
that.
the background.
Because my reactions could be good.
Well, I originally did it because I thought you didn't want to be a part of it because you were on probation.
I'm not on probation anymore. I don't give a fuck.
Well, you're still on pussy probation.
No, I ain't.
Let's talk about it.
What you want to talk about?
Oh, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm feeling a little wee bit froggy.
Dry this week.
No, I'm not talking about new puss.
Oh.
I'm talking about old puss.
Oh, fuck them.
Who been causing me problems? Who gets the ire of the Josh this week?
None of them really know bother me here this week.
Hell yeah. Know your place, swine.
Hell yeah.
Know your place in the annals of history.
One's blocked. So, completely blocked. They
Built
can't get a hold
blocked,
of me.
too. One's blocked, one's built blocked.
It's crazy. The first one that I got with after my main one, like the one that was forever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that one's not blocked. The second one,
Why would she be? She's literally nothing.
no conflict, bro. No conflict.
She literally took it like a champ and said, all right, I guess I'll just go find some other guy to pretend to sleep with.
Then the one after her, blocked on everything, except for Twitch. She might be in here right now.
Good. I hope she is. Thank you for the view. And also, what a sleaze slut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it is what it is, dog.
A slanted eyes, pumpkin face sleaze slut.
I think did I even talk to you about the whole reason, all that shit? I don't think I did.
About how it felt so cavernous.
Well, not even that, but
Come on, bro.
There's
Just
so
let me
many-
cook.
there's-
Let me cook.
yeah, go with it, dude.
Yeah. The way you felt uncomfortable every time she bent over because her asshole was so loose it looked like a middle school hallway. Yeah.
You know it should be power shit, dog. Like, you and I can't power shit the way she would, huh?
Yeah, bro. Listen. I'll be impressed when you bring home a girl that doesn't want to impress me.
One little fucking hot emo slut, cuz. Let's go with that.
Because I can respect a bitch that doesn't give a fuck about me. Because I'm not going to give a fuck about her. Right? These bitches all keep pretending that they give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
See, like, that's why I respect the middle one a little bit. I mean, sure, she's probably an accessory to murderer. Sure, probably she built like a square body Ford. Sure, probably
Hey,
she's
it was tight though, bro. That shit-
she's too lived up for conversation.
real shit. If I had to pick any of my exes to go back and fuck out of the past 3, with it.
Well, I mean, it also happens that it's the one that's, you know, triple digits lighter weight. It's...
Chat, I'm out. Cuz. It's a wrap, cuz. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he acts like he wants a thick bitch, but this guy wants a skinny mini he can throw around like a gymnast.
It's
It's just
fun.
what it is.
Hey, yo.
If you get a spinner, you'll be a winner. And
Oh,
that's the
man.
motto you need to live by, my guy. That's your new motto.
What
Sam needs a spinner to be a winner. And put that on a t-shirt.
I'll take that.
You know what? Here's another thing I need to talk about real
Hey,
quick.
yo, the Jewish bitch was kind of built like her, so it's kind of...
Okay,
It was
yeah.
a little reminder, cuz.
Yeah, but the shekel spot wasn't creamy. It's
It was
one.
alright, bro. It was alright. Like, I ain't locking down shit. Let's be that real. Let's be real here. I ain't trying to lock down shit.
She got written on stone tablet pussy.
But it was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Low key, it was fire.
written on stone tablet pussy's crazy.
Yeah, that written on stone tablet pussy was kind of fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was fucking wet.
That
wet.
pussy was promised to this dick 3,000 years ago, on God.
Bro, she said,
Oh
I
my
ain't,
God.
bro, whenever she hit me with that, I ain't never did that before. She squirted and shit. I was like, oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you my little goy toy. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Bro, little goy toy. You know.
Bringing the old forbidden squirt prophecy to the pussy. It's what it is. You know what I mean?
Woo, rainy days, cuz.
Yeah, Moses may have split the Red Sea, but this guy split the pussy.
She fucking, hey, bro, real shit. She went splash, splash. Bro, I ain't never had a bitch splash in my face that hard, bro, but that was some crazy.
Damn, girl, are you trans? Because you be free willying out here.
I'm just trying to gauge out if she's watching right now because there's 5 viewers and it don't make no sense.
Nah, bro, she ain't got time. Time is money. Shekels is sex.
Would hit again, 10 out of 10. Just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. But at the end of the day, what was I saying before all this?
I mean, real shit, I'd probably hit out with any of my last 3 exes just to fucking do it, but, you know.
Yeah. That's because you
I'm a
love
dog.
drama.
I'm a dog, dude. Yeah, dude.
You just love. No, it's not even
Bro,
your
listen,
dog.
no, bro.
The
Listen.
fact that you think you're more hornier than me just because you're willing to deal with more bullshit than me is crazy.
No,
I'm
it's not
equally
that.
as horny. I
It's
just
not that, bro.
can't be bothered.
It's not that, bro. It's just like, so I was about 10, 11 years old whenever I went to Six Flags one time. And now whenever I see 6 or more red flags, I'm kind of in that shit. You know what I mean?
Sam's like a kid when it comes to pussy. If you're a kid and they say don't
Candy
touch that,
store,
it's hot, and then you put your hand on the stove and
I
then
love
you
it
burn
when it's hot,
yourself,
bro. Hell yeah,
see,
bro.
most kids will go, "Oh, that's hot. I'm not gonna touch that right now." Sam goes, "No, I think they're lying."
Yeah, bro.
And then he
Facts,
puts his hand
bro.
right back and he goes, "Ah!"
There's really candy in that shit. And I keep trying over and over.
But then
bro.
here's the thing, chat. It's like he'll put his hand back on it, get burnt again, and still not learn his lesson because after his hand heals, he'll be like, "Wait a minute, there's no permanent effects.
That shit kind of numb for real. Cuz.
Maybe this time it'll be different."
It never is, cuz.
Yeah, dude.
It is what it is, though. I'm actually cool with that. I don't fall in love, though. Like, it's kind of a cool defect.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. This is where me and you have the disconnect. It's all about you with you.
Yeah.
With me, it's about the both people involved. Oh, that's my fucking toe!
You want to massage your daddy? Put it up.
No,
here.
shut the fuck up. Don't ever say that.
Put it up here.
Now, I'll super kick
I'll
you in the
fuck
face,
your
Shawn
toes.
Michaels. I'll super kick you in the face, Shawn Michaels.
You can't even get your foot up that high. I'm going to step back, let you do
Sitting
it.
down, I can definitely get my foot up.
Nah,
there.
stand up. Do it, cuz. What's up?
You don't think I can get my foot up? Oh, yeah, if you're standing, I can't. Unless I hit you with the bang. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
that's dirty, cuz.
Stone Cold did it. Everybody
No.
liked Stone Cold.
Well, Stone Cold had knee
Yeah,
problems.
what if I was lukewarm?
I'm fucking dad bod Stone Cold out here. My fucking left knee fucking.
What if
supposed
I
to
was
give out every
lukewarm
time I
damn
move.
Dallas?
What?
Lukewarm damn Dallas.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Like that. Damn Dallas.
You know what it is?
Partially wet Pennsylvania Sam, dude. That's me, dude.
Punxsutawney partially wet. That's what you are.
Yeah, dude.
Another 6 weeks of horny.
Fucking top 15. Fucking I fucked 90 people in my life. Sam.
Hell yeah. I don't think I fucked 90 times.
Dude.
That's depressing.
Honestly? Yeah.
That's kind of depressing.
Fuck, dude.
Well, that's a good episode. Yeah, we'll call it there.
Wait, we're at 147. Why would we do that?
Well, I don't want to continue after that. That made my heart hurt.
I need like another 20 minutes before I can drive home, dude.
Well, that's cool. You can chill and brag about all your sexcapades while
I
I
got
dump
pizza in the car, dude.
Oh my god, what am I going to do about food tonight? Fuck.
I'll eat your ass for dinner.
Chat, well, this has been a great Tuesday until the last 3 minutes. And
Can I sit on your lap?
no,
Like, in a non-gay way. What if I, like...
there's no such thing.
Like, what if I did it for a skit, dude?
What's the skit? I'm Mr. Rogers and you're a puppet?
Now you're Bill Cosby and you're about to slip me a fucking Quaalude.
First of all, if I was Bill Cosby, I'd shoot somebody better than you.
That's your fault. I'm a fun time.
Bill Cosby wouldn't know that.
How you find out?
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
No, because he got your friend. It's all. Okay, what's worse? What's worse? What's worse? What's worse?
Go with it.
Getting your girl stolen by Bill Cosby, P. Diddy, or Ryan Reynolds? Which one's worse?
I'm accepting Ryan Reynolds because I'd fuck Ryan Reynolds myself. All right. Now here's the real thing. All right. P Diddy and Bill Cosby. What drugs were they using?
That's undisclosed.
Well, I'll see if I knew what drugs they were using. I could easily pick this.
No. After the drugs wore off, she still wanted to go with them.
Okay.
So the drugs may have been an interlude.
So, like, for my
into the
age,
decision.
like, let me be real here. For my age group, I'd understand the P Diddy thing more or less. So, bitch, you're dying over the Bill Cosby. Like, why you want to fuck an 80-year-old man, bitch? That was your choice.
But what if what if?
Well, what if? Because these hoes be lying.
What if instead of Bill Cosby, it was Rampage Jackson?
Oh, dude. Okay, P. Diddy lost, though. P. Diddy lost. Rampage Jackson, I understand that shit. I understand that shit. And I ain't even going to
The
contest
guy
it.
that made it through one round with John Jones.
I ain't even going to do it, dog. I ain't fighting him.
It's so funny.
Are you fighting him?
I mean, if I love her.
How much you love this bitch for you to fight Rampage Jackson, bro? Let's be real here.
Here's a good.
Pass me that before you go on it.
Okay. I might not be able to mainstream.
I just want to go with a shot, cuz. Little shotty shot, cuz. Because this is a crazy topic. How many?
Did I answer your question? Yes, I answered your question. It's a ridiculous question.
Bro,
I would fight for Jim Crow laws, and I would fight for the Nazis.
real quick, though. How many punches you willing to take from Rampage Jackson to defend the honor of your girl fucking him?
Here's the question.
How much you love
If
this bitch?
she's choosing him...
Like, you
Now, listen.
No, you're engaged to this bitch. There, let's put it that way.
Okay, what's the scenario? He fucking, you know what I mean? He's just at the club, she's at the club, she hooks up with him.
All right, give me another scenario here, because obviously we got to have a comparison.
He sends her a DM and she responds.
See, okay. Now these are two different fucking scenarios.
Exactly.
Because the DM could be a scam. All right? In the club, you know it's Rampage. If you know who Rampage is, you know who is Rampage, right?
Trick question. I'm not taking any punches from Rampage because the bitch is a slut. She didn't love me in the first place.
Listen, bro, honestly, if I showed up on Rampage, if the story was she met him at the club and was fucking him, if I showed up on Rampage fucking my bitch, I'd be like, let's tag team this bitch. It is what it is, and now I'm splitting with the bitch afterwards.
I don't think I'm tag teaming her with Rampage.
No.
I'd probably say
tag teaming her with Rampage and being like, I was tag team partners with Rampage Jackson at one point. Hell yeah.
Not me. I'm looking at Rampage and being like, damn, dog. I don't want to hear what right privilege ever again. I walk out. Okay?
I actually like that.
I walk out. I immediately get on social media. I start being like, yo, just caught my girl fucking Rampage Jackson. Okay? And then I make like a little hype video where I'm like, as soon as he comes out into this hallway of this hotel, I'm fucking him up. I get about 100,000 followers, right? And then when he comes out, I go, yo, Rampage, you're so black. And I just start roasting him like it's a fucking Kevin Hart roast. And then I bitch out and I go, don't touch me, it's my sovereignty. Like Chud the Builder.
Safe space!
In safe space. It's legal, I'm allowed to film you. And then I cower into the elevator. Okay? Cut the feed off. Then I go and I get a Drewski's makeup artist. And I make her have me all fucked up like Ilya Taporia after the UFC fight. And then I go live again and I go, Rampage Jackson just whooped my ass, but I'm still here to say, fuck Rampage. He was bad at Mr. T. Mr. T's way better. Because, you know, Rampage played the Mr. T character in the A-Team movie spinoff.
Yeah.
Okay? He was, what the fuck's his name? I got Mr. T. Mr. T.
Yeah, that's
You know what?
his name, Mr. T.
It's not his fucking name.
Yes.
No, it's not. It just comes from a time before the internet when people could look up who's Mr. T.
What's his name?
I bet if I Googled it, I could find out.
No, I want to know off top. What's
Terrence Picard.
Now you're allowed to Google it. Terrence Picard, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. Mr. T's real name, cuz.
Lawrence Tehran. Dude, what?
They're on, Mr. T. Oh yeah, dude. I'm with that.
But I said Terrence Laurent.
No, you didn't.
Picard.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn close.
I'll give you credit. I'll give you like a half point on that.
I had it spoonerismed.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You had it fucking. I'll give you half points.
Damn, 18 was such a good show. Bam, ba-dum, bam, bam, ba-dum.
My bladder's fucking full, I'll tell you that.
All right, chat. I'm probably not gonna game stream.
Gay.
Okay. Maybe I will. We'll see, chat. We'll see.
He's bitch made, chat.
This guy's got long hair. And
Because I'm a man.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Kurt Cobain had long hair. He was a man.
Well, he was such a man, he realized that he was a bitch and took himself off the equation.
No, I think the record label took him out for real.
No.
Nah, dude. Do we want to get into this?
We all know it was that whore.
Nope. Actually, no. Makes no sense for her to want to do that. He was more beneficial to her staying alive because he would have been able to provide a life for her that she couldn't provide for herself.
Wait, is she the same? Is she the bitch that's like with all the comedians now?
Who? Courtney Love?
I'm thinking about Courtney Cox.
No, Courtney Love.
Chad, I don't know shit about
She's
this
old as shit.
assassination.
Either way. Fucking, yeah, nah. He was much more beneficial to her alive than dead. He could have made so much more money alive than dead.
Oh.
So it makes more sense for her to keep him alive and profit off that. Because, but also, without if Kurt Cobain didn't die, we wouldn't have Foo Fighters. So there's that.
You know what's interesting I just thought about?
What?
And this will be for another time because I need to look into it more because I literally just thought about it. What if all these label companies realized the future of AI and AI music and they wanted to keep the rights to all these old school people because they wanted to keep the rights to their voice and all that stuff for AI to make songs
So
as them?
So Juice WRLD's a prime example of that. They're actually releasing songs over and over again that use AI and Juice WRLD's voice to make a fucking song. I think that's what these fucking underground tapes they keep releasing of Juice WRLD's are, where it's just fucking they use an AI to remix it.
All right. Well, chat, stay tuned next week for a deep dive in the AI industry killings.
I'll shoot myself for next week.
I'd probably take a week off.
Damn, that's crazy. Just a week?
Well, if I took more than a week off, I'd probably never restart.
Given that statement, I understand.
Ew. I was gonna raid somebody, but
Random. Just raid somebody.
Random? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, type in
stop.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2?
Yeah. Support my fucking community, man. I love that game. They need to make a D3. Dado? Is he on? Is that Dado?
Yeah.
Rate him. He's cool enough. He will mention you, bro. Trust me. Dado is a cool dude. He's like number one.
All right, chat.
They confirmed what? Destiny 3? If that's the case, that's fucking amazing. Oh no.
All right, chat. Make some noise. Do some shit. Shake a leg.
This
I might
guy's
be back on.
This guy's like top fucking 10 streamers for Destiny 2.
What's up? Dihifajibadibada? What is happening? We're ending this. We're ending the podcast.
We'll be live here in a bit playing Destiny 2 ourselves.
Probably, yes.
Well, Jared said yes. So yeah, you're playing, bitch.
All right. I will be right back, chat. Check the channel in a few. Check the channel in a few. We're gonna hit the raid and then we'll be back. All right.
Watch. I guarantee you, even though he's a big streamer, he'll say something.
Why
Big
you still
kid.
play this game? Just let it die already. I love motherfuckers who come in here acting like they know jack shit. You don't know shit about fuck. You don't know fucking shit. You don't know shit about dick. You don't know fuck about fuck. Fuck ass, chatter, motherfucker. Stupid ass. Get your fuck ass out of here. Fuck you. Bit much. I don't have to give a shit anymore. I'm fucking cogged. I don't have to give a fuck anymore. I can just talk all the shit I want because you're never coming back. Your bitch ass is never coming back, and I don't care about you. We all talk shit about you behind your back at work every day, bro. While you're sitting in the lunchroom by yourself, eating your fucking
So
shit
this
ass
dude
sandwich.
has
We're all talking
fucking
shit.
done every
Your
raid
tie
race
doesn't
ever.
fucking
Unfortunately,
work
it doesn't
with
take
the
first,
work aesthetic
sadly.
that we're going for, motherfucker. God, you're sad and lonely and pathetic.
I'm pissed, bro.